So, Oklahoma, as one of the 10 Big 12 teams, released who is going to attend Big 12 Media Day. And I got this take on it. So, the question of leadership was answered for the defense. For every one of these 10 teams, though, you have this annual ritual when it's time for media members to ask questions of the men who play and coach the game, but for those programs to put their most experienced, articulate, and trusted players quite literally on a pedestal. These players, they many times are the kind that wear the captain's C on their chests, and they lead their teammates on and off the field. They are the men who will be asked to speak on the goings-on of the team's performance, no matter how good or how bad it is, each and every week. They are the men, coaches like Lincoln Riley, like Mike Gundy, trust to convey the truth with integrity while showing what toughness and work ethic look like verbally and in practice. Well, there's no surprise in Riley choosing not to bring quarterback Jalen Hurts to the event, as he has not officially been named the starter. There is some intrigue in asking senior defensive tackle Neville Gallimore to represent the defense alongside linebacker Kenneth Murray Jr. And the defense, after all, is the most important aspect of OU's program this season. Following the firing of Mike Stoops and a below-average job by interim defense coordinator Ruff McNeil to finish out the season, what Gallimore and Murray have to say about Alex Grinch is going to resonate. Grinch has one of the toughest jobs in college football this year. Turned one of the worst Power 5 conference defensive units into one capable of winning a college football playoff game. He's already shown, in quotes and in action, his brand of coaching requires tremendous effort and intellect on the part of his players, both on the roster and in recruiting. Gallimore and Murray will be asked to speak about how that works in practice, while many, including myself, have postulated how that works in theory. With fewer than 2 months left, you got 2 defensive players, a part of a 5-player caravan, that is going to be asked to analyze and are going to be analyzed as they hold up a looking glass to say, this is what it looks like, and we'll be like, okay, we'll see if that looking glass holds up. Because Grinch's scheme is about to be on trial. His players' play is about to be on trial. We're about to scrutinize every bit of it underneath a magnifying glass. And OU is very proud of itself and how it relays its message, communicating its narrative, and accurately assessing its weaknesses. This event on Monday will be yet another test to find out if the program knows itself as well as it wants fans and media to think it does. So boys, button the polos, lace up the J's. Big 12 Media Days is on the way. As we're gonna get answers, man. What's going on with Kennedy Brooks? That's gonna be a question Lincoln Riley's gonna need to answer. Gonna have to ask questions like, hey, this about when you're recruiting players. Are you telling them that the players that you have suck? Or are you telling them something different? Does Josh Eaton have it wrong? Because as I said, it's a high wire act. And the job at OU is, no matter what position you coach, whether you're the head coach, coordinator, or just positional staff, you're one of those 10 assistants, you're being scrutinized every step of the way. Because this is Oklahoma. In a way that, frankly, you're not scrutinized at the University of Tulsa or Oklahoma State. Because this year, more than any other year in the past decade, you are the state's best chance to win a championship at the highest level. Oklahoma State fans will be like, yeah, well, you're leaving us out. Yeah, show me your quarterback first. Notice Mike Gundy isn't bringing one. University of Tulsa coming off of back-to-back bad seasons. Show me something. Show us all something. Because that's what it is now, man. That team commands so much attention because they've been so good. But are they going to be good enough this year to win a title? Patrick, yes or no?
They'll contend. They'll contend. I don't know if they'll win it this year, but they got a shot. As I've said many times, I think they win the Big 12. I think they get back to the playoff. Can they take that next step? I don't know if this team is good enough for that.
Well, okay. Are you saying you don't know, or are you saying yes or no?
I'm saying no.
They're not going to win a college football playoff game. Not going to
win a national championship this year.
There you go. And if you're looking at the way that the offense and the defense are built in 2017, 2018, there's a very good case that both of those teams are better than the team on paper that you have right now. Even with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver, whether it's Kennedy Brooks or anybody else back there, your defense needs to be leaps and bounds better. So put it this way. If you're an OU fan now you're going, man, it's the best offensive coordinator, play caller in the country, and there's a lot of people who would rather have Lincoln Riley than not, so we know that guy needs to stay where he's at, and we know he's also made decisions that require some movement. So the thing that I've been saying that Sam Preston needs to do, fire Billy Donovan. Lincoln Riley did it, and he did it in the middle of the season. He fired Mike Stoops. He fired his Billy Donovan. So you don't really have an argument for getting rid of that guy, no matter what happens this year. However, I do believe that until Oklahoma wins another national championship, it is a worthy criticism. Because despite whatever Bob Stoops did or didn't do, he did get it done. He did win one. And he won one real early. Gary Gibbs didn't win one, got run off. Howard Stellenberger, Blake, got run off. Switzer won one. Gomer Jones got run off. We can keep going here. I think these are all things to keep in mind as you think about what athletics means to you at a very high level. Getting back to the college football playoff is a good start. And you'd like to think that when you get there, there'd be a defense that's also worthy of playing in that game too.